All right, so we are in pretty much the first level of Sunblight Fortress. You managed to get in there by some clever use of some genie in a bottle. Chauncey popped out, ended up talking to a Duger who wanted to know and ascertain what was going on. Chauncey was led rather hurriedly into this explanation that there is some infighting, that the forces that hold true to Zardarok's Sunblight aren't necessarily as prevalent, and there is another force in here by the name of Grandolpha Mugzert, who is also known as Granny. She has coerced and interspersed members of her loyal team in there, and if you could find them, that they could help you out in a pinch. You went into the basically the barracks room where everybody's at, saw a Duger who was looking through the arrow slit, watching you, clocking your movements, made it known that you saw them, and then a whole bunch of them came out. There was a little bit of back and forth as you didn't know what necessarily was going on. Chauncey cast Comprehend Languages, which allows you to interpret everything that you're hearing. So I'm saying for this time now, she's talking to you in broken common, which you can understand, and the rest of the party can kind of understand. You are hearing what the other ones talked about, and they're basically sitting there right now asking for your surrender so they can take you to Zardarok in order to figure out what is going on. And now you guys are talking about how you're going to proceed from now. So this is an important pivot point. So we're going to give it the time that it needs so that way you guys can kind of talk about what's going on. So go ahead.
Is is there a chance? I mean, maybe I've forgotten some of the story, but is there a chance that maybe this is a story where they bring the heroes in to go kill the villain, just for us to find out that the villain maybe isn't the villain? Could that be happening, or no?
It's definitely a trope.
Well, that
I
could
mean,
be the case. This is not the case right now. Zardarok
yeah,
Sunblight was the creator of the Chartland Dragon that destroyed 9 out of
right,
10 towns.
right.
And we
Okay,
we
no, just a thought.
yeah, we know based on my conversation with the Duergar that our who oh no somebody
Hey,
mentioned to it
uh,
somebody
s- so real quick, technical. I'm sorry to interrupt, dude. Keep going. I'm being a
no,
dick. My
no,
ADD kicked in. I'm bad.
no,
Keep
it's all
going.
right. No, I was just gonna say that we know as the party that he put on the
Okay,
Chartling crown and he went mad, so we know this for a fact, and we kind of surmise that he's the one behind the Chartling dragon. So
right. Okay, I'd forgotten that. So all
um,
right.
no, go ahead, Logan. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say from a technical aspect, is this our current?
Oh,
Are
I gotta
we in combat? Is this our current initiative? What's up right now?
So we went around in initiative order so that way we could keep things nice and neat. But right now is the decision point of they're asking for your weapons or else they're going to start to use force. You can tell that they've got their war picks out and they're shifting uneasily as they're waiting for you guys to see what you do.
And they could have just killed us, so that's
So, all right. So I guess we have a few options here. I'll just go through them. One, we could, like I said, take our movement and our dash to get to the front gate. That's an option.
Negative.
Why is
You
that?
have to you have to disengage, otherwise they get an attack of opportunity against you,
Okay, but we could still disengage and move away from the situation, is what I'm saying. Right?
which will provoke provoke them to attack us. But I would like to say one thing.
Yeah.
I really like what you what you came up with in the chat.
Uh,
I kind of like that. Like, I mean, if we need to hand over our weapons, at least we'll get to
so
the boss.
yeah, so I'm not sure if you caught the little bit of privy information. So the Duergar that I talked to in the tower that I snuck into the window, he's not in this room. So
Yep,
all
I
these
know.
other Duergars had no clue that I spoke to him. So they're not gonna buy it, basically, right? So I think
Well, they
we
didn't
could
attack
try
us
it.
right away when you said that there was another group and they have infiltrators.
They probably want to get information out of us before they kill us.
But I'm
But
game for whatever you guys want to do.
we also know that there are other factions within this fortress, the Granny faction, right? If we can somehow find them and side with them, we might be able to overpower the current situation. So I'm thinking if we surrender nicely, we get taken to Mr. Zodarak, and then we can maybe assess the situation there and call forth Granny followers. It's just another option.
Or you
Yeah.
know, maybe we could, in worst case scenario, we could play devil's advocate, say, well, you know, instead of getting killed, you know, do you have a job for us? We can go and take, I don't know, do something for them to, you know,
We also do not know out of the 9 Duergars that we're looking at right now. Maybe some of them are siding with Granny. We just need to announce it.
Yeah.
So
So
I don't want to go blasting all of them because they might be allies. It's another thought too.
So these are all the things that would be going through your head.
so I've got a I don't think you guys are gonna like me. I'm gonna actually take the full role play approach to this one, and I'm an Underdark Ranger. That's my thing. I know the Dwargar don't take fucking captives. They're like evil bastards on par with the Drow. I don't like them. I've hunted them. I've got a bad issue with them. Gon's not giving up his fucking weapon. So, yeah, let me know when we roll initiative on this because I'm just
Actually,
hitting the first fucking one near me.
it's kind of a good thing that you're the very last one. Then, in that case,
who is the first order? Is it me?
you,
Yep. It's gonna be
you,
you,
Raven,
Chauncey.
me,
So
Boogar, and then
so as my
Gon.
action, I could announce if there's anybody with the Granny faction, now's the time to stand up and rise against before this escalates, or if whatever. I could announce something like that so we potentially know who not to attack in this party. Now, if they all say "F you," we're down with Granny, then all bets are off.
You did ask the female, and she said that she was loyal to Zardarok.
Yeah, Jay did, right?
You were the only one who was communicating with them because you're the
Oh,
only
right,
one that had
right.
deep speech. So comprehend languages basically has it to where you could read and then understand what's being said to you, and then I had her respond back in broken common.
Right.
So
And that was the one in the corner here.
yeah, so then it doesn't necessarily turn comprehend languages into tongues, but we still get to keep the same flavor of what we've been doing, which is a tense social encounter. But what do you think you want to do?
Well, if Gon is not going to give up his weapon, he's going down. Then
I mean, we could sit here and talk about this for another 10, 15 minutes and
what do you
hem
think,
and
guys?
haw. I feel like we're caught up. This is your characters in the moment. What does Chauncey do at this moment?
At this moment, instead of striking, I want to make one last plea to the 9 Duergars that we're looking at to say we are here to kill Zardarok. If there's any amongst you that are loyal to Granny, now is the time. Show yourself and join the fight. And that's what I will say.
Give me a persuasion check at disadvantage. As your
Okay.
words hang in the air and everybody looks at that female Duergar and says, "What does the human say?" And she says, "He's asking for Granny's spies to be slaughtered amongst them." And you see them looking uneasily at each other, kind of eyeing each other up.
Wait, she said what? I was
So the Duergar asked, because they don't speak common, they speak undercommon. They asked her, because she's been talking to you, what you said.
right.
She
Yeah.
translated that you asked them to identify whose Granny's spies are, so that way they can die amongst you as traitors.
Sneaky little devil. Okay, let me roll this
And this
here.
persuasion check is to see if anybody suddenly gets a sense of,
Oh God, 7. Wait, 15 and a 4 plus 3 minus. Geez.
if there was somebody in the midst, they are waiting right now to figure out whether or not you're gonna come out on the winning side. So it's
Okay.
it's definitely a numbers game, and you haven't built the loyalty necessary in order to have them completely abandon their safety to go along with you.
All right. Is that my action then, or is that?
Well, what else would you like to do?
Um. Well, next is So I'm just telling the party. We know this one right here is the one that's communicating, right? The one that's slighting my words that we
Hold
know
on, let
is.
me get the ping.
Oh yeah, that one right there.
Yeah.
All right. So um. Um. Golly.
There you go. I renamed her Lieutenant Dee Dee.
I love it. Love it. I will point to Lieutenant DD and say, they're kind of not invisible anymore, right? I
No.
mean,
They
we
don't
can,
understand this.
So so
yeah,
when they
that,
came out,
ah,
they were visible when they came out. So when I use the words appeared, I don't mean it to seem like they were sitting there in their rooms invisible. I have their tokens on hide.
yeah. No, that's a good call, Bowie. They can't understand me, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna point and I'm just gonna go that one right in the corner. I mean, I'd take a shot, but
Do we
uh,
hear what word they use for traitor? Can we point to her and say traitor?
I
Like
we can't
somehow
speak their language.
we could.
At a certain point it becomes like a playground. I know you are, but not am I. So here's the way that I look at it, right? And here's the verisimilitude of it. Like, I know who's in my group, and then if somebody else comes up and says, "Hey man, I'm a super secret person that you've never heard of. Take me to the leader with all my stuff." I'm going to be like, "Oh, that's suspect as fuck, yo."
Suspect is but
Especially since we unleashed a giant dragon of Chartland that flew around, destroyed cities, and we've already dealt with a couple of parties of heroes coming up here as well.
mhm.
So, like, in a different scene, cut back, there's already been adventurers who went up here that tried to do the exact same type of stuff. They are currently in the jail.
Nice. All right, so I'm gonna kick it off. We're going in, guys. I'm gonna point to Dee Dee, and then I'm gonna give her a thumbs down and Eldridge blast her ass.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
Her armor class is a 16. Anything over a 16.
16, nice. We're not at disadvantage, I think. Okay, 25.
That's a hit.
So the first one is 6, and I'm gonna add my 3 fire, so that's 9. And then I'm gonna go one more because I just like her. I do still have heroic inspiration, right? I have it checked. I don't know. I don't think I used it because we had a long rest before we came in, right?
You guys did. I tell you what, I don't remember either. I'm inclined to let you have your.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna re-roll that. Doesn't matter. And then I'm gonna take a bonus action of. Oh. I'm going to. Never mind. I'll save that. Okay. So that's my action. So now they know where we stand. So hopefully we get somebody on our side. And that's my turn.
Got you. Next up is Raven. You are in the doorway next to Vernon. You've got a couple of Duergar on your right side, which are at the north end of the map. And then...
Okay. Do I have... I'll have sharpshooter now. The Duergar he just blasted. The chick, do I have a clear shot to her?
With sharpshooter, yeah, you can shoot around Vernon.
I'd like to go ahead and take a couple of shots at her as well.
All right, go
That
for
pissed
it.
me off. Can somebody roll for me by chance?
I tell you what, I'll let...
I don't care who does. I'm feeling it.
What? Hit. Somebody already roll? Or I'll roll.
Are you able to get into his character sheet?
Oh, no. I was just going to throw a roll out. Do you know what your buffs are?
That's what I was gonna do. It. All right, first one. It's a
Oh,
plus,
yeah, if you
it's a
have
plus
it.
10. So it's a 25 for the first one. So that's definitely a hit.
Okay. Just a regular arrow, and then I'll shoot again.
Damage is 12 on that. She is definitely bloodied.
And for my movement action, are we gonna fight, or are we gonna fight our way out?
I
So
think
I
we're
know.
just killing everything. I mean, I'm killing everything in my line of sight.
Dee Dee goes
Alright, well,
down.
I'll shoot. I'll position.
What happened? Dee Dee went down?
Yep, Dee Dee's down. There you go. Red for dead.
All right, there you go. Now let's move on to the next.
Well, let's.
So what did you say you're doing with your movement?
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna stand kind of just at the door so I could escape if needed, but also no one else can get in. Kind of unless they want through, to get out, then I'll let them through. Anyone from our team.
Gotcha. If that's your turn, next up is Vernon. If you're talking, I can't hear you.
I wasn't talking. I was talking to myself, just trying to figure out what I was going to do.
It's all right if you talk to yourself.
What would be
the answer back?
Holy crap. All of these things fucking rolled initiative higher than me?
They took 10. So what were you saying, Jay?
Um, I would like to. How can I get? Can you show me a cone, a 15-foot cone?
Keep in mind, we don't know which ones are siding with Granny. If
I
any.
don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Everybody's an enemy right now. Everybody. Thank you very much. Um, how do you pivot that? Yeah. Yeah.
I like the color.
I'm trying to see if I can step over by Chauncey and get all 5 of those top ones. That's what I want to do. I want to be like, I guess, step up to like right here is my guess and hit all of them, all 5 of them, if I can.
So if it goes over half of it, you're able to count that as a hit. That would get you 4.
This right
Cool.
here.
Yeah, because half the token has to be covered in order for it to affect their space. So you would hit E, C, B, and then D.
That works for me. For one attack action, I will do my breath weapon. DC 12 dexterity save, please,
All right.
for all of them, and then whoever doesn't make it takes 15 and half for those that do.
Ooh, ones. Ooh.
I was gonna say, man.
You're getting unlucky rolls.
All right. So it's what, 15?
Yep, 15 cold damage. And then I will attack F, who is right next to me, with my final attack.
Duergars. Jerks.
Oop. 20.
That'll hit. So you attacked F.
Yeah, six damage. Hmm. That's I think that was a good turn.
Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. Lieutenant Dee is down. B is going to he'll put himself right there, and he is going to make some attacks against you, Vernon. He's going to make it happen with his war pick. That is going to be a 23, which I believe is going to hit. Alright.
He's gonna need to roll a DC 15 strength savings throw, please.
Got you. You take 10 points of piercing damage from his war pick, and then you have the... I
Dramatic.
forget what the weapon condition is called for the war pick. He got a big old 4 on that strength saving throw.
So he takes all of that.
How much damage did he take?
He takes all 12 of it.
Yeah.
All force damage.
He is also dead.
And then what'd you say about a war pick?
I forget the weapon mastery property on the war pick, but it is something.
I think it's Vex.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Vex. So you have disadvantage on your next melee attack. Alright, next up is Durger C, who is going to make an attack against Raven. I don't think a 13 is going to hit.
Oh, I apologize. It is sap.
Sap. There you go.
What does that do?
It gives you
Disadvantage
disadvantage
on his
on your next attack. Durger D is going to make an attack against Raven. That is going to be a 22.
I think that hits.
That's going to be a big old 9 points of damage. I can go ahead and attribute that to you, so that way you don't have to worry about it on your sheet.
Thank you.
9 damage. There we go. Next up is Druger E, who is going to move around to where Chauncey's at. Give him a nice little war pickings.
All right, I'll be right back, fellas.
Alright, that is going to be 18 to hit. Does that hit you?
Yep.
That is going to be 4 points of damage. Next up is Duger F. Who's right up above you. I gotta pull these things aside so that way I can see them. Alright. Also going for Chauncey. That is going to be 14. I don't think that hits.
No.
Alright. Durger G, who is below Chauncey, is going to move out to where Vernon's at on the other side and attack at him. That's going to be a 19 to hit. Vernon, does a 19 hit?
Yeah.
All right. That is a respectable 10 points of damage.
Well played, sir.
I like how you're respectable, and it's like half of my fucking life.
We'll get through this. We'll get through this.
I mean, you kind of hit 4 of them with one attack, so you made yourself a target.
We were all targets already. It just didn't matter. I'm not mad.
That's going to be a miss. Next up is Durger I, which is also going to be against Gone.
Ruh-roh.
Woo! That's a crit.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Let's go, TPK. Good job, guys.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Can I rage as a reaction?
No. You can rage
Okay,
as a bonus
cool.
action.
Noted.
So that is 13 points on that critical.
Okay.
And then next up is Jay, who is gonna move in there. Hit you with...
Not...
Actually, nope. An 11 is not gonna hit. Pow. Now it is Gone's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna rage.
Gotcha.
Let me hold on, I gotta pull shit up.
We'll put a pretty yellow heroic effect. Yellow is normally the color of cowardice, but in this case, it's not.
It works. It works. I'm going to pick up J and hurl him into H.
Why are you guys so aggressive towards me?
Wait, how are you picking up Jay? He's
Dwargar J.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dwargar J.
Yeah, sorry.
So we'll take that as like a you got to make a melee attack. So we're gonna go with just pretty much hit up above their AC, which is a 16.
So unarmed, correct? Hold on,
Yeah.
I'm thinking up. Yeah, it should be an unarmed attack. Where the fuck is my... And it should be athletics for the throw, right?
Well, let's see what happens when you get that if you get that hit.
Damn.
You try to reach for him, but you're not able to necessarily get your hands around him. You still so an unarmed attack still technically counts as an attack, and I know that you have 2 attacks per round. There's no foreseeable reason why you couldn't do it again.
I'm gonna do it again. I just
Gotcha.
feel like throwing a door. Why is this rolling so slow?
They did update the system.
Okay. That should be a win, right?
22, that is. You grab him and then you spin him and then toss him. I'll let you do a 1d6 plus your strength modifier and damage.
Oh, and none of those were at disadvantage either.
And my strength modifier is 3, I think. Is it 3
Gotcha.
or 4?
So
Wait a
8.
minute.
I will be
Oh,
splitting
sorry. It is a 4. So that is a 9.
a 9. Alright, so I'm going to do 5 to the one that you threw, and then I will do 4 to the one that you displaced. Booyah.
And are they prone or
You know what? Let me do a strength check.
and then not to get nitpicky, but or not be a dick since you're being generous with the whole thing, but +2 from rage on the on unarmed attacks. Does that count? Or at
Yeah,
least
I'll
one of them?
attribute another one to each of them.
Cool.
And both of them are prone
Nice.
since they failed. So then you raged for your bonus action?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Did that up front. So yeah, I am done.
All right. So it's Chauncey. Daylight saving time is amazing. The only thing it's not amazing for is the fact that these chickens are going to bed later. So I got to close them up and get a drink. So I'm going to use this time
All right.
to call for a little bit. Talk amongst yourselves, take a break, figure out some stuff. I'll be back in just a second.
Hey, Jay, are
Don't
you?
you've been forgetting to go with my disadvantage, sir.
What do you mean?
Your attacks against me have disadvantage.
Huh?
Did you use the?
You said I didn't have to, that it automatically does the disadvantage.
Okay, but that's just for one attack out of all of them. So I will re-roll.
Then since I did my chromatic dragon thing on the first one, could it be for the second one? I'm sorry.
Sure.
I just trying to.
All right, let's go all the way up there and figure out. Do you remember how much damage you took?
I did. I got 10 points of damage both times. So.
All right, so we'll take one of those 10s away.
Okay.
All right. So when that happens, you like have to let me know that you're using your Steel Defender's reaction to impose disadvantage.
Okay.
You don't have to tell it that that's what you do, but it still has to like. I have to be told that
Okay.
roll it at disadvantage. All right, I'll be
Gotcha.
back.
Jay, quick. Do you have disadvantage on your next attack? So
My
that
next melee attack. Yeah.
melee or just attack?
It says I mean, they said melee. I don't know.
Real quick. How do we pull up the combat log? I know there's a way to do it in here, right?
Yeah, it's
Press the little like square box next to the triangle. How you open the launch the game, you know?
Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool.
That little
No,
square
so,
box.
and I don't know if anybody else was tracking this, but I am trying to determine because I know we killed one of these things.
Killed 2 of them already.
Okay,
They've
what?
got red things around them.
Yeah. What are the hit points?
They're
I don't know,
probably
like 30 points.
maybe. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we could figure it out.
Well, I did 15 points of damage to all of those guys, and they were still standing. And one of them came up to me, and then I rebuked him basically and did 12 points of damage. So you're looking at 27 points of damage to one of them to kill him.
So it's important to note they all attacked us, right? So that
Yeah.
we have no grannies.
At
Jay,
least unless one of them oh, they've all had a chance to attack, right?
yeah, they've all
No.
attacked.
Okay, well, fuck them.
So Jay, I was thinking if I throw you my vampiric shard, I still have that. You could use that to on your next attack, and with a hit, you get health back
Oh, nice.
if you want it. So it does. So vampiric touch, it's in that shard, remember? So it's a melee attack against a creature
Yeah,
within reach. On a hit, the target takes 3d6 necrotic. You regain half of that.
Metal.
that's pretty
So
large.
if you want that, I can toss you that on my bonus
No,
action.
that'll be your whole action.
No, that'd be a bonus action, wouldn't it?
Um,
'Cause
well, you
do.
are right next to me. It is a item interaction. I'm assuming. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe if he allows it, whatever.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I did put a circle up on the screen. I could do a fireball and get all of these guys too.
A 30-foot. I
No, it's
think
a
you're.
20. It's a 20-foot. These are all 10-foot squares.
Wait. Hold on a second. How is it a 20-foot?
It's it is a area is 20 feet. It says 20 feet radius.
Hey, what do you guys think? Does this picture look good for me dead?
Yep, that looks good.
Awesome.
You stop. Come on. You have some optimism.
No, I'm just throwing it out there. Like I wanted to have that option. It's like, hey, how's everybody going? Oh, this is my guy right now. Yeah, this is my guy now.
Yeah.
So I could drop a dirty fireball right here.
All right.
I
I'm game
mean,
for that.
unless it's 20 foot. I mean, assuming that that blaze is going to go for 20. We're going to feel the heat, but you shouldn't take any damage.
Yeah. I'm game.
Yeah. So everybody's in half cover at least. So that should take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them if it hits.
Yeah, so we're thinking each of these has around 21 hit points.
I did 27 and it went down.
Okay. So let's say 25. None of them are taking an extra action, so none of them are over level 5. Like these things are not that bad. Yeah, I say we just wreak havoc and fucking kill everything.
All right. What do you think their dex is? Because they would need a dex 14 save.
So
They got a plus.
two of them are prone right now, so they're
I already.
fucked.
I made them have to roll dex saves. Remember?
Yeah. Well, we don't know what they. Yeah. So they're pretty bad at that, right? They failed.
Yeah, they
Most of them
failed it.
did.
All of them
Yeah.
failed it, and like he rolled. I'm assuming. Yeah, it's a straight D20. So they have 0 on their decks because all of them failed, and he rolled exactly what it was on there. So yeah, 0.
Yeah, I say you launch that fireball, dude.
Yeah, 20-foot radius sphere centered on the point they make a dex throw, taking 8d6 fire damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. So they're taking 8d6 on a fail.
That is such a metal spell.
I was hoping
And
to say,
I'm gonna open up my mouth again, and I'm gonna get all three of these guys. So you do that.
yeah, and maybe
Raven, you go get somebody towards the south, or unless, well, no, because you're right. You're gonna get an attack of opportunity against you.
Don't
Like two of
don't
them.
worry about.
I'm gonna have
Hey,
to focus on those guys by us.
don't.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
go
do
after
not.
C. Go after C, so that way I can do my breath weapon against the top two, F and whatever. What's this one? D.
The one right above me. Okay, I'll go
Yeah,
after.
go after him.
Yeah, guys, don't worry about anything in my general
I've also
vicinity.
got my breath weapon up too, just so you guys know. I can help with group stuff if needed. Also,
Yeah, you can.
All right, I'm back.
welcome back.
You were sorely missed.
I
I
would
was
just
thinking
be
about you because I
worried
was eating
about.
some cold drumsticks.
I would just watch out for Ravenloft's teeth. That's all I gotta say.
I would.
Do you ever eat like KFC in front of them when they get out of line?
Yeah.
No,
Like just as a warning?
no, but we do buy chicken fingers, and if we don't eat them, I give it to them.
You should at
Wait,
least
You
just
make them fucking cannibals?
you're making a cannibal.
Well, I mean, they'll
You
eat.
fucking sadistic bastard!
They're
They're
omnivores.
omnivores,
They'll
dude.
eat anything.
Oh no, I know. I'm just fucking kidding. I thought it was funny. That looks like a fireball right there.
What are you trying to do?
Well, 20, those are 10-foot squares, right? So that should be a 20-foot radius. I was just putting a 20-foot radius out. What, that's more than 20. Come on. That's like 30, 40. Anyway, so question. If I wanted to give Jay my Chartolin spheres full of my vampiric touch that I didn't use, is that an item interaction or would that be an action or a bonus action?
That is a 20-foot radius that I just put on there.
How's that a 20-foot?
Because the
Yeah,
radius is one side of the circle. So it's 40 feet across.
that's what I thought.
Okay.
You'd have to literally hit the corner, like the corner of that wall by gone, and hit gone with it as well, just to not be in it. Hey, but gone would be cooking.
Yeah, that's not good.
As for the
I'm
piece of
just
Charlin,
saying.
that would be kind of like your item interaction that you would have.
Okay, so that wouldn't be an action.
No, it'd be like basically like a freebie, but
Okay. I would like to take that moment then and take it out and say, Vernon, use this, and then throw it to him.
as you grab it,
Or pass it to him.
as you grab it, you notice that the magic has faded from it. It seems like Charlin does not take permanent enchantments. It seems like it's easy to enchant and then it goes by. The reason that you didn't figure out earlier is because you specifically did not want to have it on your person. So this is the first time you've interacted with it after it's lost its power.
All right. Well, I throw it to you anyway, and then you realize it's a dud.
Thanks. Yeah.
Thanks for nothing.
Thanks for okay, so can you put up that sphere again? I'm sorry, I should have had you leave it up.
It's all good.
My sphere.
20 feet right there.
Perfect. And then boom, boom. But I'd have to hit like this door, right? Somewhere in there.
And you'd also hit yourself because it's pretty
Well,
much
I would
forward
move.
of you.
I'm gonna move below them.
Gotcha.
And then, but we could do that instead of the 1, 2, 3, 4. The other.
It will provoke an attack of opportunity.
If I move around, I'm not moving away from them. I'm just moving around them. Oh, it would for this guy though, wouldn't it?
For F.
If you leave its threaten range, you would.
But that's okay. I'm willing to take it. So I'm gonna do that. Yoink.
All right, we'll adjudicate. That looks like F, and then you also moved away from G as well.
Oh, I didn't see. Yeah, I didn't even pay attention to G.
If you moved instead of there, and this is just me trying to, because I'm a player too. If you moved there, you would only get it from F.
Oh, I got you. Because I'm still in his range, right?
Because you're still in his threatened range.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking that you had to move square to square.
No.
Okay.
Just
Give it to me.
Just for simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna say there. So that way
Okay,
everybody's kind of on that stuff. All right, we will do F's attack of opportunity first. That's gonna be a 16, so that is gonna hit.
Yep.
And a respectable 8.
It's respectable.
All right, so all these bad mamma jammas.
Yep. And then so fireball, I'm gonna cast it at the center point there, so I hit those guys, and it's a Dex 14.
Dex 14, so one of them's taking half. Another one's taking half. That one is taking full.
Here comes the, oh god, 25. That should be enough to kill somebody.
Meets it, beats it. All right, 25. F.
No, it's half 25. It's
F
12 and a half.
is dead. So you take half rounded down, so it'd be 14.
12. Sorry.
So C took 14, which dead. D
It's getting hot in here, boys.
also gone. E also dead. Alright, so even though they surpassed their save, it was enough for them to be completely immolated.
All
Wow,
right.
they got frosted and then they got burnt.
Cool.
That was a clever move.
Well, I was kind of holding on to that for our big boy, but you know, dire times. And as my bonus action, I feel like I need to use it, but I can't. So, as a bonus action, give yourself flying. No, we're not going to do that. That'll be my turn, and I will just give a stern. We got this, guys. Let's go. I'll say
Raven,
it.
it is your go.
I'm going to.
Turned off. That's weird.
You guys can hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna take a shot at that one, Drugo or I down here.
Yep.
I'm gonna shoot him first.
Anything above a 16 is going to be a hit.
All right, that misses. I'll take another shot. That hits. Damn, I'm just rolling shitty, man. Sorry, guys.
It happens sometimes. It's all right. It's just a game.
That's it.
All right. How much damage?
6. Looks like.
Gotcha. I took 6. I feel like I'm calling out bingo cards now.
Nice.
Is there anything else you're going to do on your turn?
What is okay? So, the range on my breath weapon. What is it's 15 foot? It doesn't say on here. Oh wait, no, it does.
A 15-foot cone or a 5-foot long, 30 feet long, or 30-foot long by 5 feet.
Could I get all of these guys without hitting anybody? Like in a straight line? I think Vernon is a little bit in the way. Like even if I was here, but I don't think I could do that. Could I? Maybe. Sort of.
15-foot cone or a 30-foot line? Let's see. Let's put you out a 15-foot cone.
Let's see what that looks like.
Leave that out for me, please.
There's your 15-foot cone. from where you're standing, you could hit 2.
You can scoot down more.
You could do that as well.
So I could. All right. If I vote from there, like, can I move to there? I'm trying to get all of. Will that get the J guy as well? That would get the G, the H, the J, and not quite the I, right?
If it's half of their thing, so just because I
Yep.
like complete things, that would hit gone as well.
Yeah, let's just go for those 3 that like you had it there.
Did you take your movement yet?
I have not moved yet.
Oh.
Isn't that what I can use for my breath weapon, or is that a bonus action?
So you replace one of your attacks on your turn with a breath weapon attack.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's it. I won't do anything else then.
All right.
But now I know I'm in the right spot.
So I'll leave that right there. And next up is Vernon.
Yep. I will say and these 3 have to make a dexterity.
Let's see.
Save
That's G's
of
got
12.
a 18. H's got a 8. And J has a 9.
Oof. Nice. Okay, so the last 2 take 15 cold, and then 7 for the half.
Yep.
And then you said a melee attack, correct?
You replace
I get disadvantage on him.
You replace one of your attacks with a melee attack to make the breath weapon, and then the sapping property of the warhammer means that the first attack you take goes at disadvantage.
That's my question. Is it the first attack, or is it my first melee attack?
It's your first melee attack.
Okay, so if I do a ranged attack with my spear to eye, is that a disadvantage?
Yes.
Wording matters.
Because you're making a melee attack with a ranged weapon, which is different than a ranged weapon attack. I know it's confusing.
Well, then I fuck it up. There you go. Oh, disadvantage.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, just disadvantage. On attack skills.
Okay, gotcha. So Durgaji is going to strike at Vernon. It's a disadvantage because you're using your Steel Defender's thing.
$17.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna hit. Alright. Durger H stands. Half his movement. We'll move over to Chauncey. And he's going to take an attack with his war axe, or his war pick. 9 is not gonna hit. Next up is I, who is going to make an attack against Gon. That is not gonna hit. And then next up is Dorger J, who is going to stand up and then make an attack with his Warhammer against Gon. That is a 15. Meets it, beats it on Gon. So he is now going to do 8 points of damage, and then he is going to inflict the sap property, which gives you disadvantage on your next melee attack. Gon, you are up. It is your turn.
How much damage did you say?
It was 8. And disadvantage on your first attack.
Oh, that's not nice. Okay. Which one hurt me? J?
J. Duergar J, not player J.
Yeah. Okay, Jay's getting hit
Thank
with
you.
a great sword.
Thank you for that clarification.
Yeah, that one is a disadvantage. That is a 21.
That is a hit.
That is plus an additional 2 for 16.
That he is gunzo, splattered,
And then I'm
bisected
turning.
in twain.
And for my next attack, I'm turning that rage on I. You know, kind of like I usually do.
Gotcha.
You decolopolated
Which
him,
is...
man.
Yeah. That one was not a disadvantage, correct?
This one's not a disadvantage. 18 is going to hit because he needed a 16. So go ahead and do your damage.
10, 15, 17.
17. Ooh, hanging on by a thread. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
For my bonus action, I'm going to scream really loud.
Gotcha. Next step is Chauncey, if that's all you're going to do. So G just attacked Vernon, who's Steel Defender, blocked him out of the way, and then H just hit you. So it still looks like you're in combat with one more. You've thinned the herd quite well. The tide is turning in your favor. What does Chauncey do?
Is Vernon within 5 feet, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay. Then in that case, I'm going to Eldritch Blast G.
Alright, do you have, like, Spell Sniper or Warcaster that allows you to basically use magic up close without taking a penalty? I believe it's Warcaster.
I do not have Warcaster.
No, that's the sniper thing.
Yeah, is that a disadvantage then?
It's going to be a disadvantage because you're that close.
Yeah, okay. Let me see. Let me think here a second. Okay. That's any cantrip, any spell, right?
Any ranged attack is going to be a disadvantage because you don't have the prerequisite for it not to be.
Okay, I got you. If that's the case, then I don't want to hit Vernon. Could I move in between those two idiots?
Like this?
Yeah, stay within their range.
Yeah, that's perfectly
Okay,
fine.
cool. All right, then I will do sword burst.
Got it.
So that is a dex 14 on that.
Okay, dex 14.
Yep.
On G and H.
Fail. Come on, fail.
15. And a 10. So G passed H. Or, yeah.
So
G
one of
passed
them.
H did not.
All right, one of them takes the full 9. Let's see, message.
So that one is. Durger H is dead.
And it doesn't say anything about taking half on a pass, so I think that's it.
Alright. Well, there you go. Clever move. You got those two. Or that you got that one.
Yeah, I tried to get 2. And I always check my bonus action, and that's a no bueno. All right, and that's my turn.
Gotcha. Next up is Raven.
Take a shot at this dude here.
G or I?
G.
That, unfortunately, is a miss with that 13.
Okay, and then I'll look over and I'll shoot one in I.
Gotcha. $17's going to be hit.
11.
That is enough to make I go bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
One
Vernon.
left.
Yes, Vernon has to.
It is now Vernon's turn, unless you have anything else that you're going to try to do, Raven.
Good.
All right, Vernon, it is your go. The last Durger remains in front of you, relatively unscathed.
Relatively unscathed.
Yes.
I point down at the ground. I point to his weapon, and then I point to the ground, and I say, "Drop it right now, or you die," and hold my action for an attack against him if he decides to not drop it.
All right. Let's see what he does on his turn. Is that your turn?
That is my turn. And then my Steel Defender will render disadvantage against him if he tries to attack me as well.
All right. The Durger, seeing as it's the only one, proceeds to grow supernaturally large, pushing out of there.
That gives me the prime time to attack him.
Yep, go for it. Anything above a 16.
That's an 18.
18's a hit.
Oh, there we go. 12 points.
All right. It's looking scathed, battered, bruised on his last rounds. He was going to, at disadvantage because of your Steel Defender, make an attack against you. And it is not going to happen. But you can tell as he brings down his war pick, it hits the ground. It would have done significantly more damage had it made contact. That is his turn.
I blow him a kiss.
Gone. You are up.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump and plant my sword in its head.
All right. Go ahead and make an attack. 16. As you're going up, you're not able to necessarily get the amount of purchase that you want out of it, so you come up and then you hit, and because of your nick property of your
Graze,
greatsword,
it still takes 4.
It still takes that slice into the side of its neck of 4.
Cool. And then I'm going to quickly shift, and I'm going to strike again.
All right. Same thing. EC of 16.
I'm just curious. This is me as a person asking this, Alex.
Yeah.
So in the Dugar, even though his size went up, his DC doesn't go down.
His AC? No. It's
Or
still,
his
the, same.
AC,
It's still
yeah.
the same armor. It
So
didn't affect his stats.
I'm gonna re-roll
okay.
that.
I wasn't sure if
Uh,
that did that. Made it easier for hitting, when you get a bigger target. That's all I was asking.
D&D's not that crunchy of a game. Like, you don't have size modifiers for AC or anything like that.
Okay, my apologies.
It's all good. So you're gonna
So-
re-roll what?
I'm gonna re-roll the 2 on the damage die because of my great weapon mastery.
Gotcha.
So that's 1 more damage. So that's 12
12.
plus 2, 14.
How do you kill this last one?
I'm gonna lop its fucking head off.
As you are riding it down to the ground, you hit it once, you hit it twice. Its body starts reverting back, and you've got your greatsword basically wedged in between its shoulder blades as it starts to go down a little bit more. You hit that certain sweet spot where you feel the vertebrae separate, and you jerk up, and its head flies off. Ping, ting.
And that's how the game of golf was invented.
All the passerbys had a stroke. But now you're sitting there, left in the castle. You can hear the low turning of wheels and cogs and gears, as it doesn't seem like at this particular moment the rest of the castle has been alerted to your presence. Seems like there's background noise. You don't hear anybody else coming in. What would you all like to do?
I think Vernon needs to heal up if he can.
I think we need to move from here. They've already blown the horn. We were lucky. We need to go. We need to get out of here or go hide somewhere.
You-
Oh,
Wait, everybody, shh, listen. I don't think they're coming after. I don't think they know.
They would have already been here by now.
We would hear footsteps. Yeah, I don't hear anything. It just sounds like a mundane castle. She just blew the horn and it woke everybody else around here up. They came out and we fucked him up within, what, 15 seconds? 20 seconds?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
okay.
Let's just be quiet and listen. And wait.
Well, they're being quiet. I'm gonna start rifling through these bodies.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
You find like 20 gold pieces, various other mundane things, a couple pickaxes. The armor and anything else has been ruined due to the ensuing combat.
Okay. I was mainly looking for like keys or maps and shit like that anyway, so
In
they
here,
can have
no
the
keys, no maps. You do find a couple javelins, though.
Oh.
We'll say there's like
Oh.
3 javelins that you can find.
So
they can have the gold. Somebody can have it. Fucking I don't care.
I'll
just kinda toss it
put
over my
in the
shoulder.
fund. I'll put it in the rest of the fund.
I would recommend though. I think a dinner bell was just wrong. So I think we at the very least need to move to a different location, regardless of what we do next.
Oh, before I forget, you guys earned 500 experience for that fight.
Um,
How long do we need for a short rest? Is that 30 minutes?
Short rest is an hour.
Ow.
All right, we don't have an hour.
I don't think we have any. What I would say is there any sort of, I mean, if you're a trader, you're not going to have something, but I feel like they might have some kind of token for the other side kind of thing.
Ooh, like a identifier of each other.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like some sort of identifier. I want to search the bodies for that. Like, it would probably be easy enough to like display as well.
Do
the
we?
thing is none of these were the other side because they all attacked us.
Well, we didn't give them a much chance either. Maybe they were like, if they were thinking that they could have taken us right away. That's why they didn't step out, because we were so surrounded. Would you?
While Gon was going through this stuff, you were looking for any signs that they had that would differentiate themselves from each other. And other than like minor personal effects, you don't see anything that you could surmise which would lead you to believe that there's any way of like having like a secret decoder ring or anything like that. It seems that this is not how that works.
Fair enough. I still strongly vote we move out of here expeditiously.
Absolutely.
Well, where to though?
Oof, if I could get 10
So this area
health back, I'd be happy.
is clear. Do we want to search the these rooms?
I'm gonna cast that level 1 cure wounds on myself.
All
Did
right.
anybody else get hit?
Yeah, I did.
We all did, I think.
How well, do we want to get to a secure
This is for
location where we
me.
can
13.
Are these Duergars in the same clothing, robes, or armor? What do they have on? And
It looks like in context you
Gone 12.
stumbled onto
Oh, don't. I'm good, dude. Don't
barracks room.
cast that one on me.
Like they were ready. They
Yeah,
were ready
I've got it.
for a
Thanks, though.
fight.
Okay, then I guess it was Chauncey. You got hit, right?
yeah, what'd you roll?
12.
Oh yeah, I'll take all of that.
And then who else got hit?
Back to 12.
Bowie,
Good.
were you full?
I'm only down 9. I'm okay. Unless
Yeah.
you want
Oh, I mean, I'd
So-
rather go in full.
to. Okay. No, I won't turn it down if you give it to me.
Yeah, no, I'll do one on myself and one on him. That way we're
Okay,
spreading that
yeah.
around a bit.
I'll have
Thank
2 slots, two first level slots available still, so I'm good with that.
So that is 14 on me.
I did cast
And-
see invisibility. So my see invisibility, is that a
I don't think it's concentration.
no, it's not. It's not. It's just the duration.
And 12 for
It's
you.
for an hour. Okay,
So you should be maxed out again.
who? So Bowie's at full, you're at full.
I'm close. I mean, I got a
How
good
much? How many did you give me?
12.
Yep, full.
I'm sorry, I'll be right back.
Do we want to take a few minutes to search these rooms or just skedaddle?
I think we should not be there much longer.
Hell yes, search the rooms.
Or we
Alright,
should
I'll be
search
right
the
back.
rooms.
I'm gonna go over to the door going, yeah, I'll start looking watch, at least.
Well, you can't see anything. The Duergars are visible.
All right, you guys go look. I'll just stand watch since I can see. Plus, I'm pretty sure even if you're invisible and you open a fucking door, you're gonna see a door open. Like, I was just saying, Casper just come in. But yeah, I'll stand watch if you guys search.
How long are you spending
I just want to peek in one door and take a 30-second looky see. That's all. If anything catches my eye,
Could all go in.
I'm not gonna
A
toss a
room.
room for 10 minutes. That's just no.
Oh no, not 10 minutes. No, but if you see
Thir-
like a chest,
a 30
like go.
second pop your head in the door and see what's what.
There's not a lot. It looks like this is pretty much a spot for people to hang out and then respond quickly if the castle comes under attack. The rooms have been turned into quasi barracks rooms. So there is a bed, there's like a small shelf and table, stuff like that. Nothing that immediately catches your eye of being like, oh, there's some good treasure here.
Let's boogie.
All right. Let me hey guys, let me scout forward. And I am going to start moving down this way. And I am going to note that I've got an entrance on the right, on the left. And let's go up here. Let's stay clinging to the shadows, doing my Gloomstalker thing.
Are you peeking in?
Yep. I've got 120 feet of dark vision.
Everything in here would be considered to be bright light to the people who have dark vision, thanks to the amount of braziers that are lit. So in that room, let me get to it really quick. This rectangular room has two sets of double doors, one to the north and the other one to the south. A brazier of glowing hot coal stands in each corner, and in the middle of the room is a low stone table. On the table is a drawn illustration that looks something like a map.
Okay. I am going to, again, staying kind of stealthy as much as I can, approach the map.
Alright. There's
And
nothing in here that's gonna see you, so you
I
make your
don't
way
know
over.
that. They were invisible earlier, dude.
You see what looks like a representation of the 10 towns. And you see a dragon figurine that looks like it's stopped above the town of Bryn Shander. The dragon
Noted.
figurine is approximately 6 inches tall, and it looks like it's carved out of chartolin. It's got its wings outstretched, and it looks like the pulley track has some rhyme or reason to it. And as you're looking at it, you see that this is the place where they planned the flight for the dragon, and where it went, and how it attacked.
Noted. I'm going to break the head off the Chartolin dragon and leave it there.
All right.
All right. Let's see. We go back to that other map.
Yes.
I'm going to give these guys the all clear on this room. And let's push forward this way. Peeking in.
All right. Hold on just a second. Braziers heaped with glowing hot coals heat the chamber, which contains a large stone bed covered with soot-stained furs, its head against the northern wall. A shallow niche above the bed is a bas-relief of a giant scowling dwerger clenching its teeth. At the foot of the bed is a flat-topped trunk sealed with a bulky pad. A stone door is set to the western wall.
Any movement?
Give me a perception check. What's everybody else doing at this time?
For searching, I'm waiting to hear back from him. It's going to be safe to proceed.
Nope.
Well, that's persuasion, not perception.
Did I hit persuasion?
You did.
Oh, my bad.
You try to persuade the room. It does not.
It does not.
It does not feel moved in the slightest.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You don't see anything moving that could lead you to believe that there's an invisible creature in there.
Okay. Cool.
There's 100% way to figure that out, though. Have the person who can see invisibility with you to confirm.
Okay.
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Again, just kind of reporting back, letting these guys know what's up. What's the... Oh, that's the dragon head. All right. You guys aren't following me?
Well, I would assume Jay was with you, but I don't know if he's with us right at the moment. Oh, he is. Okay. So since Jay's the only one that can see invisibility, I was gonna be behind him and be behind you guys. Because
I'm just super stealthy. Like a ninja.
So does Jay see anything is the question?
A 7-foot, 300-pound ninja.
Jay does not see anything with his see invisibility. It doesn't look like there's anything invisible to see.
Okay, I'm gonna go to this trunk, and I'm gonna check it for traps.
Give me an investigation check.
Is everybody rolling this slow, or is it just me?
I think it's just the system. They've done a lot of updates to it.
17?
17? You don't think that it's trapped.
Okay.
But there is that big beefy padlock on it.
Okay. I'm going to break off the padlock. I'm going to take one of my, my javelin's probably the thickest thing I got. And I'm going to jam it in there and just pop it.
Phrasing.
Yeah, yeah. Are we using phrasing?
Phrasing. Sorry.
You take your javelin and you start wrenching it around and stuff like that. It's give me an athletics check.
No problem.
Yeah, I drew the dragon head.
You are wrenching around and reefing around, and then it causes the chest to teeter just a little bit because you aren't able to pop it off in one fell swoop. I now need you to make a Constitution 14 saving throw for me, as the large stone visage above the bed opens its mouth and a thick green gas starts to hang out of it inside of the room. All right. So
what was the difficulty?
It was a 13, so you're only going to take half of this.
Cool.
So you only take 10 points of poison damage as you breathe in, huffing and puffing. And then the gas
Oh, wait a minute.
does not
Crap.
linger.
Are you resistant to
8,
poison?
21.
So you only took 10
Ranger?
points because you made the save, so you only took half.
I was just curious if he is as a ranger.
My immune to. Oh wait, I'm a fighter. Never mind.
Was I not supposed to roll it, or was it just him?
Right? It was just
He's
him.
the only one in the room.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't have any resistance. Okay, I am going to back out of there expeditiously.
You just had to fuck with it. You
And if
just
they
had to
throws a
fuck
trap,
with it. Of course, it's a trap.
Who broke the head off of this dragon? Hey,
Uh, who do you think just walked into that room and fucked with that trap?
did you see anything else in there?
there's a bed and
I
some
looked,
statues.
but I stayed back at the doorway.
There's a closet on the west side. It's a small door.
I mean, if you're telling me that one thing was already booby trapped, then who's to say that closet's not also booby trapped?
Is that gas dissipating?
I thought it was gone.
Yeah, it basically hit as soon as there, and then it dissipated out. You were managed to close your hit your breath, but it still got a little bit of you, which is why you took half damage. And then it's dissipated out. It seems like lesser adventurers would have been outright killed by it, but not you. You're more stronger than that.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna break that fucking lid.
It's like going through the CS chamber. Oh, oh.
All right, you break the lid and you see in it a good amount of items there for you.
Word.
I want to pop this into the. I'm gonna put it in the Discord. Because that's the way we use stuff. The iron trunk contains a pair of dwarven sandals carved out of obsidian, which would be about 250 gold pieces. A quilted smoking jacket sized for a dwarf and sewn with 50 gemstones worth about 500. A malachite beard comb with 7 red garnets for 750 gold pieces. A hookah made out of platinum and has one single star sapphire as a centerpiece, 2,500 gold pieces. And then a rolled up leather skull with the following sequence of numbers on it, written in Dwarvish. Does anybody read Dwarvish?
I do.
His comprehend languages is still going.
I
isn't
read.
it?
I read Dwarvish.
That has to be spoken, all right.
No, you could read what's written as well. It takes you a minute to decipher a page. It kind of like
I can read it.
Where's Waldo comes in. So Raven knows that it's dwarven numbers, and then Chauncey takes a look at it and he realizes that it's also numbers.
Is there anything in this hookah?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
No, nothing inside of the hookah.
Oh.
Damn.
So we just see the numbers, huh? 136, 252. Is it a consecutive string of numbers or just laid out like that?
It's laid out in chunks of 3.
Okay, I just kind of shrug and walk over to the closet.
I'll just shove all this in whatever. I'll just shove it in my bag of holding.
All right.
Works for me. None of that stuff fits me.
The closet looks unremarkable. It's a door.
I'm gonna open it.
You open it, and then you see that this closet has been converted into what looks like a shrine. there is a 2-foot tall statuette made out of chartolin that depicts the nude figure of a Duergar with no facial features and a spiked crown atop her bald head. Stacked on smaller shelves around the statue are 7 skulls. But they don't look like normal skulls. You're a ranger of the Underdark, so you would know that these are actually Mind Flayer skulls.
Metal.
There's 7 of them. And then if you want to try to do a DC 20 intelligence religion check to identify who the statue is. And then it looks like there's an indentation on the statuette's base, which looks like it could hold something underneath of it.
Okay, well, I'm going to check under the base, but I'm also going to do my religion check, because why not?
I was gonna just over the statue. You said it's made out of chartolin. I was thinking just take my bag and just go. But I don't want that much chartolin in me.
All
Okay,
right.
is there a...
So you
Yeah.
aren't able to really figure out who the statue is, and as you touch it to move it out of the way, I need you to make a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
God damn it. It's not my day.
No.
Ugh.
You take
Nope.
18 psychic damage as you get flooded with deep speech. It's alien to your mind, but you know you've just touched something that's sacrilegious and it bit back.
I will. That looked like it hurt.
I'm going
You
to
okay?
smash it.
I'm gonna smack him on the back and heal him for 17.
Damn.
Thanks.
Is that a lot going on?
Yeah. You okay, bud? First the gas. Now, are you okay?
All right, I'm going to angrily piss on this shrine.
Give me another DC 16
Oh, God damn it.
Wisdom saving throw.
Just leave the shrine alone.
Seeing as how we've just found out that this shrine does things.
Meets it, beats
15,
it.
yay.
Meets it, beats it. You take 9
Good
points
job,
of
buddy.
psychic damage.
But I still piss on it.
You do.
It just tickles your dick.
Your desecration came at a minor cost.
Worth it.
It's like an electric bolt just went right through your dick.
It's like pissing on the electric fence.
Exactly.
Can we take a nap here for an hour?
No. Can't. We don't know when they're gonna be down here.
No, that's smart. Okay.
You guys can totally do whatever you want. However, this looks to be somebody important's bedroom.
That you just desecrated. And stole like 5,000 gold piece worth of stuff.
I'm gonna start.
Yeah, we could just bounce right now.
I'm gonna start making my way towards the exit, and hope everybody comes.
What about if we go back to our old camp real quick and do an hour rest there? But we won't know what we're coming back into either, though.
That is
Yeah.
very true. Whatever
Yeah.
you guys do for the hour, there is a possibility that this place could restock itself.
I think we should go. I agree with him.
We're in no condition to fight anything at this moment.
All right. I am going to touch myself and cast Cure Wounds.
Gotcha.
On your PP.
I've got one slot of each.
Ooh, 19, right on.
19, nice.
You get divinals about it.
I got your back, and it's like all warm and fuzzy, and the front side's like owie, 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 and then you're like, ooh,
Okay.
yeah.
I feel like
I'm
we've
gonna-
come this far. We can't be like
I'm going to sneak down this way,
Decent
and
out.
I'm going to peer.
Vernon, are you still watching? Are you looking?
Hey, real quick. Uh, the door. So you've only been to this, like right here, this way, right? This is where you came from.
We don't see
Yeah.
it.
You
No.
don't see my person moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this way down here. This is where you got. We dropped you in right here, right?
Yeah. The Duergar was in here.
Okay. Do
And
I see that guy?
No.
you do see the elevator in there, though, right?
You do see the elevator in there. One moment while I let you know. This room. Ooh. Let me find it. I want to be able to give you the proper. This room is heated and illuminated by braziers of glowing coals. Visible on the west wall are arrow slits and an iron lever and a heavy iron winch. A floor-to-ceiling iron cage in the middle of the room contains an elevator shaft with chains running up and down away from it. The chains are in constant motion, and you hear loud mechanical noises higher up the shaft as well as further down. A double door is embedded in the middle of the east wall. Air enters the room through the row of 4 arrow slits on the south wall.
Ooh. So yeah, those double doors over there. Where do you think that goes? Hey, Gone? Can you come back this way?
Meh, gone.
Yeah, we need to go to these doors.
I'm going to peer in here.
I'm gonna look up the shaft. You said I hear stuff from the up above and below.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
mechanical noises.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I see any see where the lift is actually at. Where the elevator is actually located. Like the bottom of it, if I can see the bottom of it.
So
Does
the
that make
elevator
sense?
shaft goes, climbs up 100 feet and then descends down 100 feet.
Do I see the actual like
Let's see
the
the
lift?
actual elevator.
Yeah, do I see the actual elevator? That's what I'm
We'll
looking
say
for.
that the elevator is on your level.
It's on our level. Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. At least we know it's on our level.
So Gon opens that door.
Stealthily.
I need you to make a. Never mind. I'm just messing with you. A stone desk and chair stand emptied on the east side of the room. Braziers that normally heat and light the room have been extinguished. An arrow slit in the south wall lets in the frigid mountain air. Looks like there are very few effects around there. It looks like a couple of pages for like a journal.
Okay. Nothing. What do you guys want to do? I say we keep, well, I mean, I vote we kind of keep exploring this first floor, or do you, as opposed to getting on the, possible suicide uh, elevator.
We could finish exploring. I'm down for whatever.
Do, 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 do. do do do
I mean, what if
do.
we camped out in this room?
Could repopulate with soldiers real quick.
Yeah, I don't think we should wait.
I mean, I'm just throwing it out like it if later if we need to place to stay.
We should go elsewhere. Just if we're going to do that, I think probably.
Well, at
Hey,
least we
hey,
know. Is
hey,
there a
see
way for us?
invisibility guy, come with me.
No. Hold on. I know what I want to do. I'm gonna use my person for what he actually does. I'm gonna try to fuck this elevator up.
We might need that.
And how are you going to do that?
I'm gonna set it up so that way. Actually, I'm just gonna detach. I'm gonna try to detach the cable that they'll lift it up. I'm just gonna detach it so that way
So
it'll it'll still be there. I can reattach it easily, but they can't use it.
So you're going to try to disable it somehow.
Yes.
mhm.
And since that's what I do, I fucks with mechanical shit.
You do. Say, give me an intelligence check. Anything above a 12, and I'll say that you can disable it.
An intelligence save. No.
Intelligence check, DC 12.
Oh yeah, let's go. 20. Dirty
All
20,
right.
baby.
You are able to. It's going to take you about 10 minutes, but you're going to be able to disable it to the point where you can't use it. But you know how to put it back together.
Got it.
So we're hanging out in this room for 10 minutes.
I think that's a great idea because that at least eliminates backup coming this way.
Fair.
And I can put it back together. It's easy. I look. It's just a click here. Blue, blue, blue. Don't forget to put the knot here. Yep, got it. Cool.
Can
All
you
right.
double time it? 5 minutes.
I'm double timing it at 10.
So,
I'm sorry.
Gone, where you're at, you see a portcullis to the south, and it is open to what looks like a glowing area below. Looks like large amounts of natural light are coming through there.
Nope.
Hey guys, come check this out.
Verna will be back in a second. Hurry up.
Yeah. It's fine. I've got Steely. He's got my back. Right, buddy? That's right.
What the hell is this? What are we looking at?
Mm.
I don't like dark places. Mm. Oh. Never mind. I just had a bad thought.
It looks like there is also a lever that is on the opposite or on the west wall side that might go to that portcullis.
Oh, how would you get to it? Oh.
Just be like Tremors. Just go boom right there.
I don't know why I was like, who's got a whip, Mr. Indiana Jones?
I got my rope.
I don't know if that would do it.
Mage hand.
If I can lasso an owlbear, I can lasso a lever.
I love it.
If you want to go for it, give it a
Do
try.
we want to do we want to check out the rest of this place before we start pulling
I
levers
mean,
and shit?
the last time you tried to open something or desecrate something, you got hit pretty hard.
Yeah, I'm a little gun shy. You know? but fuck it. Yeah, it's my role. I accept it.
So just to be clear, that room that we are looking in is a hole with some dim light at the bottom. That's what we're staring into.
Yeah, it looks like it goes down 100 feet. It's a large shaft. It looks like it connects to the level below it, and then as you're looking up, it also looks like it goes up another level. And then you see large plates that look like they seal it. This is probably how the dragon moved in and out.
Noted. I say we don't pull that lever.
I mean, unless there's a second dragon.
Well, I mean, I imagine that also might alert something.
Yeah. Let's just keep it the way it is for the moment.
What's up here?
That's a door.
Are you going to open it?
Yep.
All right, one moment.
God, has it been 10 minutes yet? Where is Vernon? Man. We need his.
Just let me know, boss. Just let me know when.
3 braziers heaped with glowing hot coals illuminate the heat alongside the wall. At the eastern end is a hexagonal stone table surrounded by 6 chairs. Seated in the chairs facing the door is a haggard old Duergar with long black hair streaking with ribbons of white and fingernails like shards of iron. She is devouring a hearty buffet of cooked meats, mushrooms, and strange underdark fare. Lurking next to her is a small mechanical dragon made of a tiny black substance. Hunched over the hot stove on the west side of the room are 3 Duergar cooks. At the sight of you, they drop their utensils and reach for their weapons, but the old Duergar says something in Dwarvish, and it keeps them at bay. I'm going to say that Chauncey, you heard.
What did he say? I can understand him.
Well, we're both here, so let's hear.
Yeah.
You hear, wait. Don't attack.
Stand right here.
They're gone. They said don't attack us. So don't attack yet.
See what they have to say. Go on, let's talk to him.
I'm gonna kind of keep my hands up, see if they say anything else.
I guess Gon's
sit.
talking.
So she offers you some spots at the table.
Cool. A shrug, nothing better to do.
Vernon, you are good to join the rest of the party.
She says that in
Dwarvish.
What? Dwarvish? Oh, I don't know. Fuck.
I'll translate. I'll be like, she said we can come to the table.
Can you speak Dwarven or just understand it?
I can. I'm illiterate in both.
Okay. Can you?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Can you ask her about Granny?
Okay, I will. I'll be like, what do you know about? Or what, I want to. I think if we should just wait and hear what she has to say first.
Well, okay. I just don't want to be caught off guard.
Be like, what do you guys want me to tell her?
I'm gonna sit down right at the table with her.
Yeah.
Just ask flat out. Are you with Granny or are you with
is
Zardarok?
Do you serve Granny or is your master Zergaroth?
She chuckles a little bit as she says, "No, I am aligned with Grandalfa Mugzert."
So friend.
Are you Granny?
She looks at you, Raven. You translate. She nods her head.
You're like, I think this is the one we're looking for.
Right, close the door.
I'll shut the after Chauncey comes in. I'll shut the door.
I'm already in. I just forgot.
And I'm gonna stand here, kind of at the table, just to make sure nothing comes in. And I'll continue to translate.
She starts speaking in common. She says, I think this will make things easier. My guards will not attack. Please sit down.
Right.
I'll sit.
I'll sit.
I will not.
Don't be disrespectful, Vernon.
This is the one
They're,
we came for.
they could be our allies to this whole thing.
I understand that. I just want to watch the door.
Fair.
It's not disrespectful to have one person as a guard.
I mean, she's got 3. That makes sense. Food's set down. It smells. It smells okay. As you put it to your mouth, it kind of tastes ashy. It doesn't taste good, but it provides enough nutrition to count as a meal if you eat it all.
Yeah, I'm fine with eating it.
She lets you know, and I'm just giving exposition here. She didn't have anything to do with the dragon attack. That Zardarok is basically from the Underdark. He came here, found this fortress, converted it into his contraption. He had people stealing Chardelin, and then he's trying to woo her. So she has 0 interest in him, but won't engage him in direct combat. She has found a couple people loyal to her cause that she's able to flip. So about 10 to 20% are loyal to Granny.
I have an idea. Knowing this, we could use him wanting you as a way of setting up a trap and taking him out. He thinks he's here for you, and we take him out.
That is understandable, but he is very paranoid. The Chardelin has poisoned his mind and caused him to become increasingly paranoid. He's even suspected his own captain of the guards of betraying him, and she's being tortured in the lower levels right now. The only person he takes advice from is the priest, who keeps him in tune with Der Duwalda.
And where is this priest located?
Down in the belly of the forge, there's a shrine behind the throne room where he enacts his twisted machinations.
Do you have any idea how many servants he has at his disposal?
20 at least. Not everyone's returned. One of his sons is still out. One of his sons has come back following the destruction of East Haven.
How close can you get?
I'll sit down at the table and eat.
How close can she get? She can get an audience with him.
That's all we need.
Do you normally have your guards with you?
I do. I travel with them often.
What if I look like one of your guards?
She takes a look at you. How?
You're a big boy.
I've got tricks up my sleeve.
Could we use his paranoia against him?
That's what I've been doing so far. The last group decided to charge in wholeheartedly. They're being held in the dungeon.
Let me ask you something. Would we do you think you could provide a safe place for us to rest for a period of time before we did anything else?
I know that. Let me make sure that I get the proper one. I know that Nildar's quarters are empty. He has not returned yet. Nobody goes in there, but I don't know how safe it's going to be. This area is patrolled. It is an active fortress. And the reason why I'm with my guards is because Zardarok expected reprisal from the Chartlan Dragon. The last group we had came in 2 days ago, and they've been rotting away in the dungeon.
I have a question.
Try to free them.
Yes, that's exactly where I'm going with. I feel like you said everybody's in the dungeon. If we're able to free them and use them to take on Zardarak, that would be even better.
Would you guide us to him?
I could
Hell, we could at least
bring
free
you.
them. And
I
then
could
leave.
bring you to him, but it would draw suspicion.
What if we look like prisoners? Like we're going in with your guards looking like they're guarding us. Wouldn't it look normal?
If we captured you, yes, I could get you close.
Well, we just killed 15 of you guys.
With that being said, she sinks her head down and shakes it slightly as she lets out an exasperated gasp. She goes, well, it's a shame that they died. That was very...
We didn't want to kill them all. We gave them a chance.
Are you referring to the prisoner, the other heroes, or are you for the townsfolk?
I think she's referring to the Dwargar that we just murdered.
Yeah, I'm referring to the other Dwargar who were just following orders. It's a shame that they've been corrupted enough that Zardarok's influence weighs heavily upon them.
We truly did try.
I don't doubt it. They've sealed their fate.
For once, I can actually say that I'm playing it as really, really good as possible. I'm trying. And that was Jay saying that. Not, I would not want to say that to her.
Not Duergar, Jay.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a way to manipulate and pit him against his priest? Was it his priest?
His priest is the only one that he trusts.
Okay. So there'd be no way to manipulate that relation. Do you have any suggestions, Granny?
Klondorn is Zardarok's priest of Deep Duera, and he has Zardarok's ear. I fear that he is stoking his paranoia, but to which end I do not know. I try to keep as much difference from him as possible.
Alright, let's kill him.
So, yeah, I think what we need to do is go to the prisoners first, and then take care of the priest, and then go take care of Zardarok himself. Thoughts?
I'm down.
Well, I don't think we should just go willy-nilly in there, because if you listen to anything she's been saying, everybody's been captured and rotten in the dungeon. So we need a plan more than going in guns and blazing.
Everyone else has been captured where we just destroyed all of them, though. I don't know if they were as strong as us.
Can you provide us a guide to the dungeon?
I do see what you're saying, though.
Yeah, you could have us as prisoners, taking us down there.
Think about this. He created a Charlan dragon. What else does he have?
Yeah, no, that's valid. But if we can plus up some numbers, I do think the best first move is to do so.
I would say, Granny, if you're serious about imprisoning him, or we'll leave it to your discretion, if you could just help us, and if your people will help us just to turn the tide.
What do you want done with him? Do you want his head on a pike? Do you want him to rot in a prison cell? What do you want to have happen to him,
What should
Granny?
be his fate?
What
I'm
is
putting
his
his head
fate
on a pike.
to you? Gone? Wait.
I
Pike.
do not care one way or another. I wish for my peace and quiet.
Pike.
There are a few ways that we can go to get down there. One is the western elevator, which is guarded, that will lead us directly into the throne room. The eastern elevator will lead us in the back of, yeah, what was that one dude's name? Clardon, his temple. And then there is the ventilation shaft that the dragon went up and down, which goes directly into the forge level. And stables.
Which gets us closer to the dungeon.
All three of them get you down. And then there is a top level, but there's nothing really of any interest up there.
Can you provide us a guide to the other prisoners?
On the main level of the forge, you will see a doorway to the north, and there are two large guard towers on each side. If you go through there, you will see rows of cells. But there are Dwerger hammerers who are set into position to guard them.
Okay. So
this area is heavily guarded. The likelihood of you making it through without being noticed is going to be challenging.
I think, based on the information that you've given us, maybe our best option is to get rid of Claridorn, and because he's the only one that he trusts. If we get rid of that person, that one person that could reason with him, then we can manipulate him and pit him against his own people. Potentially. Because his paranoia will just take over.
He's currently being amused by torturing a Myconid sovereign.
That does not sound good.
He's using the spores in order to resurrect some Quagoths that are loyal to him.
We gotta stop this person.
I say we free the other prisoners. That way we've got more to fight with. We're talking about taking on an entire fortress.
Bring at the door and let him come to us.
I've got a plan.
Hope we don't run out of arrows. Joking.
No, we're gonna walk in and walk right out with them.
Ride or die.
Well, we made the one that goes directly to the throne room disabled, so that's good. Because that means we have control of getting to the throne room when we want to.
So
What if I set this up so it goes down there and it just crashes?
Well, if they're down there, they'd have to come up.
So
But
if we can get three of us, we can get enough of us as prisoners, we can get to the cells, have them open them, and let those guys right out, and then we can just walk out with them. Basically, just pass it off as a prison transfer.
I'm not following your logic.
All right. What I'm thinking is we go with the same idea with pretending to be prisoners to get down there, and then it'll look like we're just moving prisoners around, and we'll just be ignored, and then we can free the others and bring them back up here.
we could put everybody's weapon on in my bag of holding, so nobody has their weapon out and all that.
No, I'll just
And it's
carry all the
hidden.
weapons. And then if
So
the
you're a
time
prisoner.
comes, I'll just throw. Not when I look like a Dwarger,
And how are
Oh.
you going to do that?
disguise self, Gloomstalker spell.
Magic would definitely help.
Even if you were able to free the prisoners, they would have no weapons to fight. What if we took?
We got. Where's the armory located?
Well, we just killed 10 Duergars
We
with
just
weapons.
we just we can get weapons.
So I'm just saying, put those in your bag so we have those.
Okay.
Maybe. But
Well, let's go
we
do that real quick.
we do need numbers. So
Like we need to
prisoners.
do that right now. If we're gonna do that, we can come back, finish eating. Because she said this place is patrolled, so I mean, we got to get those like right now if we're gonna get
Well,
them.
who's got the best stealth that can go grab it?
I'm
You.
willing to say during this exchange, you guys can go back and get stuff off the Duergars.
All right.
Nobody's you got about an hour before anything really happens.
Sweet. So a short rest.
If that's what you guys want to try to do.
I mean, since we're eating,
Is Granny willing to help us with this plan? I guess.
like I feel like we're going through, we're talking this plan out during this hour.
She's hesitant to put her own neck out, but she will have her 3 guards escort you down there and take you to the cells.
I think that's fair enough.
It's not really something that she does put herself in danger, especially when Zargarok's like,
Well, yeah, we don't. Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I'd like to do is while I go to get those weapons, I'm gonna go back into that bedroom again, and I will, for a minute, I will cast Identify on, what is it, 4 minutes to cast Identify on all of it. The hookah.
So casting Identify, you can do it as an action,
Ritual.
but if you do it as a ritual, it's going to take the casting time plus 10 minutes.
Oh, it says a minute. for a ritual.
Yeah, but then to cast it as a ritual, you do the ritual for 10 minutes. So it'll be 11 minutes in order to ritually identify one item.
Okay.
But it's not burning a spell slot.
I could do that to all those. Like I'm gonna go rest in that room, and that's what I'm doing. I'll just cast identify on all of them, on the hookah and.
How many things are you identifying?
Why are we doing this?
It's something that
I'll,
Jay's doing as part of grabbing all
I'm
the
gonna
rest
do
of the
all
gear.
5. I'll do all 5 of them.
So you're going to be spending like 55 minutes on just casting identify.
Yeah.
All right, that's how you're going to spend your hour of prep?
Yeah.
Got you. None of them are magical. They're expensive. They're not magical.
Yeah, but I know every intricacy about it, so that's what's up.
They're mundane items. They're not magical.
You're rich?
Yeah, that's true too.
So
There's that.
So did we decided to take a short rest?
Well, Jay's doing about an hour's worth of identifying, so everybody else can get an hour. That's enough to get a short rest in if you want to.
Yeah, I didn't need the spell, or I don't get anything
If
back
that's
from a short rest.
the team's gonna do.
During a short rest, you can also burn hit dice in order to get some hit points back.
Is that still a short rest for me or no?
You spent the hour casting identify 5 times, so that's what you did. Unless I misunderstood you.
No, you were right.
All right.
I was just asking.
This is a dumb question. I don't do this often. And
as a warlock, you get all your spell slots back on a short rest.
Okay, because I only have I was like, okay, because
yes.
I don't. How many hit die do I need to burn though? Because I don't need any healing.
You don't need to. If you don't need any healing, then you don't need to burn any hit dice.
Okay, yeah, that's where I was confused. I'm like, wait a minute. Gotcha.
What is Raven doing during this time?
Nothing really. I'm already prepared.
Gotcha. What is Gon doing during this time?
I'm gonna lay down on the stone floor and just sleep.
Gotcha.
Cover up in my Yeti cloak.
All right, so we're pretty much at our stop time. What is the plan for next week? What are you guys trying to accomplish? I heard that you wanted the guards to bring you down and then bring you to the prison. Gon is going to be dressed as one of the prison guards, so that way he can kind of carry your weapons down with you. Those 3 other guards will take you there. They are not going to put themselves at risk for you because you haven't earned their loyalty to that extent yet.
We really just need them to talk, since I don't speak the damn language.
Yeah, I already thought about that.
Okay, yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah, because one of the interactions was going to be having them talking to you, trying to make jokes, and you were just not going to figure out what was going on. And they're going to be like, he's slow. Don't mind him. This is why he's holding the weapons.
He is, so. Big and slow.
All right, so next week we are going down to the lower levels, and those 3 Durga are going to be trying to take that. Which way are you going to... Are you going to repair that other elevator, or are you going to try to use the other one?
Nope, east. We're going to go from the east.
All right.
Doesn't the east go to the priest quarters, or
It does.
It does. We
So-
could do that.
I thought
I-
there was one that went directly to the.
So I say we take the portcullis to the main forge area. For one reason, it goes straight to, we can bypass the, evil necromancy priest. And
What-
then also it's a larger platform. So if we need to get 10 people up real quick, we can use that.
Maybe we should ask Granny where they typically take the prisoners through. So
She's
we don't
gonna
want to
beat
throw
us.
it off.
Yeah.
The prisoners are taken through the. They're taken through the elevators.
Okay.
East or west, or doesn't matter.
They usually go with the eastern one, just for
Oh.
the simple fact that like they have to pass through the throne room, and nobody. Like he's torturing the captain of the guards because he thinks that the captain of the guards betrayed him.
Gotcha. All right, so let's do the east. That way we can get eyes on everything as we're walking through.
Word.
And
And then
that's
we'll
what
have
I'll prepare for next week.
Cool.
Yeah.
Man, this was a good session. I was like,
Yeah. That was
Oh
good.
yeah, guys. I was worried there for a second. I was
nah, we
like,
had it
fuck.
all under control. Yeah.
You
I
guys
was
definitely
really
had some really interesting ways to counteract a lot of that stuff, and you used your abilities to your benefit.
Yeah, I was just really hoping. I didn't want to attack, but I was really hoping by attacking the clear person that's serving Zodorok, maybe the other ones would realize, oh, they're here to help us. But there was nobody in that group.
If there was one in that group, they looked at everybody else and was like, the odds are not good, and I'm not gonna die. Like,
Yeah.
if you would have got a natural 20, one of them probably would have been like, all right, let's do this. But, like,
Yeah.
I was right.
I was
Yeah.
just going to kill something regardless, so that was just going to happen. There was no other option.
and with the
But hey,
portcullis is just basically like a straight shot down. It's the ventilation shaft
Okay,
that
gotcha.
the dragon crawled through. So it's a huge size creature with like a climb speed or like a fly speed could get through there.
Gotcha.
I could
Noted.
fly down.
You can, but then how are you getting back up?
Well, no, I could fall down. We could all fall down, and I could do feather fall,
Can I do
and
one
then
more?
I can just fly up.
Can I do one more thing before we end the sesh? And hand Granny the parchment that we found with all the numbers on it. Does this mean anything?
It looks like this is the combination to Zardarok's treasure hoards.
Oh God. Okay,
Sweet.
that's an afterthought. I'll put that in your bag.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let me just put that right back in here. It's good safekeeping. Hold on to this,
But
Steely.
if we stay alive, you can grab all that and start up your familiar fighting arena, and help rebuild the 10 towns.
Hell
It
yeah.
definitely got the money to do it now.
Well, pretty exciting.
All right,
Well,
I'm gonna
cool.
stop this recording.